ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. Today we're starting things off in my throne. This is actually over at my string farm, which I, up until recently, had forgotten about. But the reason I'm here and the reason we are starting the episode here is because I've AFK'd overnight in the hopes of... Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Okay. Whew. Oh, we do have some string. Okay. How does this thing even work? I'm fully serious. I haven't been here in so long that I've completely forgot the behindings of this thing. There's a spider head. Yeah, so this is a quad... I think quad spider farm. There are 3 over there and 1 over here. And I mean, it's not like it's like I'm doing a world tour for myself here. There's one somewhere else, and all 4 are activated when I'm standing there. And the reason I've done this is because we need... Uh-oh. I think despite it being a quad one, 2 of them hasn't been working. That doesn't look like that pickup system is working. Yep. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. So I wonder how much string I've lost just because this thing is not working. Probably quite a bit. It turns out that we are definitely going to need to repair this farm. It is absolutely clear that half of the collection system is just straight up broken. But regardless of that, I'm gonna craft up all of the string that I got throughout my AFK session, and hopefully that will be enough for what I need it for. So this is the total amount of wool that I managed to get in one AFK session. I imagine that if this farm wouldn't be as broken as it is, I could get double of that, because half of the farm hasn't been working, which is actually quite embarrassing. But hopefully this is enough to cover the roof of Sahara in carpets. I mean, it should be enough. Oh, there's that section. There's that section down there as well. The reason we are doing this is because we don't want a random snow pattern on the roof, and we want to mob-proof it. We were discussing using double snow layers, but we decided that carpets would look better from a distance, so that's what we're doing. And I do not think that this is going to be enough. I'm actually looking at this thing, feeling pretty bad about it. It doesn't feel like it's going to be enough at all. And I'm out. I mean, a big portion of this actually got done of the main roof. There's also that part there. I refuse to not have enough to finish this. At least this maximum roof. You can see it's not that much left, but that's a couple of stacks at least. I'd guess probably 3 stacks, and then we need some grade for that. No, we gotta see if we can do more. But we are completely out from 1 full AFK session. Okay. Don't know if I got the memo about this. 1 diamond for 4 stacks. Okay, so that is the same price as Exuma's wool shop. And I gotta say, I appreciate the IKEA vibe of this shop. And done. Done. And I even got a little bit of spare for the next roof. I think what I want to do is acquire some lycra if I can fly, for goodness sake. Oh. Acquire some light grey wool and finish off that little box on top as well. And done. I mean... I have to finish this. I have to finish this. It is not that much remaining now. Oh, hello. Sir. You got a big mustache. What the heck? Okay. Oh. That was random. If you look real close at the wool, you could even think as it's marble, right? No, it doesn't look like marble, Iskall. It's just, you're just getting crazy from placing all these carpets. It definitely looks like a rug. And done. Yes, I did it. 38 remaining. Wow. Whew. I haven't placed carpets yet underneath there, but that is not super required because this takes care of the snow. That's the entire roof done. And this is what we were referring to. The carpet doesn't actually look that bad from a distance. In fact, I think it looks really cool with that slight off-white change from below here. I am very pleased with this result. We won't have any mob spawning on top. It's all good. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with getting rid of the snow layers. Now, with all the wool being placed or all the carpets being placed, we're going to move on to something else. One thing that I personally really miss this season are the ender balls. I mean, ender pearls. These are fantastic, and the reason I haven't used them this season, hopefully this is how you do it, I don't want to break this thing, is because, I mean, Doc has this amazing, what, please, oh, yeah, it worked, okay, Doc has this amazing ender pearl shop, but the problem is, he's selling them at 16 for a diamond. Which I'm actually going to go ahead and buy 2 of these. 3. Yeah. I think that's a little bit too pricey. Considering how easy it is to kind of get a lot of ender pearls. I think that's a little bit too pricey. And so I've been speaking with Doc a long time ago about lowering these prices. And he wasn't very keen. So for Sahara, I don't know if we want to look out for a partnership with Doc. And even if we do, we don't really have anything to negotiate with because there isn't a competitor. So while we at Sahara value partnerships, as you know, and I'm a businessman of doom, I think some healthy competition is in order for the ender pearls. And because of that, we're gonna take on a challenge today. I want to try and create my own ender pearl farm. And, oh, I had it on me. I've collected up a bunch of resources that we're gonna need. In addition to this, we're going to need a bunch of leaves. I'm going to be using another Gnembon design. I am so inspired by Mr. Gnembon MC, and I want to say once again, if you aren't following his YouTube channel where he does all these quirky, weird stuff in Minecraft, make sure that you follow him because he's an absolute fantastic person. He is a champion and he is a very, very, very nice chap. That was the word I was looking for. Nice chap. So I think I have all the resources that I need now. I bought some leaves from Wellsnight. He needs to restock his shop badly. And we got all of this stuff here as well. So now it's time to head out to the end, which I always seem to forget where it is. Actually, you know what? What we're about to do is quite dangerous. So I guess it's going to be for the better if I put my stuff away in my ender chest. At least the utilities for my project here. Why is this end portal so big? It's really weird. Our end looks absolutely terrible. They could definitely use a bit of an update to this main island. I don't know what happened here, but it's all sorts of different blocks and stuff. I think it was last season when Cubfan did some massive nice work on the end island. And it looked absolutely amazing in the end. Get it? It looked amazing in the end. Alright, so the very first thing we gotta do, I realize, or I'm guessing that Doc has an Enderman farm as well. I don't know if it's connected to the main island though. It doesn't look like it. We're gonna connect ours to the main island. In fact, I think I'll actually connect it from this platform here. But we gotta go, and this is a very special farm. I'm pretty sure that Doc has this exact same farm. I'm not sure though, because I haven't seen what he did with it. But it works very well, and it's a very cool design that utilizes the fact that mobs spawn more frequently the further down you get. And in 1.13, I've spoke about this before, they changed what was called the sub-chunk rule. So all of these blue lines here represent a sub-chunk. It used to be so that mobs spawned most frequently if there was no blocks above them in the lowest sub-chunk. Now in 1.13 they changed it so it's a block per block algorithm instead, meaning that the lowest block is actually important. Whereas in the past you could build your farm inside the lowest blue cube, now every layer you go up you actually lose a little bit of mob spawn efficiency. So that being said, I mean it's all very technical and weird and you may not even care about it. I think it's pretty cool knowledge, but with that being said, we need to go as far down as we possibly can with this, and that is Y level 0 or Y level 1. So what I'm going to do first thing, and this is something I saw Gnembon do, which is very, very smart, is I'm going to drop a lava bucket down, and then in the block space next to it, let's put down some ice, because everybody cares about ice. And that should create a nice cobblestone pillar We can pick this up now. That goes all the way down to... No, it didn't. It failed. What? Why did that fail? No. I guess we'll have to rely on a good old water elevator. I mean, it looks pretty good, actually. Maybe it did reach all the way down. Oh, almost. Maybe, you know what? I probably just didn't wait long enough for the lava to form. I'm gonna risk it. Okay. We're good. We're good. Whew. This lava should eventually disappear, even though it's taken its time. So with step 1 being done, we now have to make sure that we are out of reach for mobs to spawn on this end island. Because if mobs can spawn on this end island wherever we build this farm, we're not going to get any good rates whatsoever. So the way we're going to do that is... Let's break this. We're going to place down a long line of blocks. And Gnembon he recommends 150 blocks, which is more than the 128 that I would usually do. But I'm going to do... Yeah, I'm going to do about 150, I guess. So that would be these 3 stacks of leaves. And the reason we use leaves to do this is because leaves does not spawn mobs. At least not in 1.13. I know there was a snapshot where they do spawn mobs, such as glass, etc. But I think that's a bug. Hopefully it's a bug. Otherwise we'll have to change this in the future. You could also use slabs or whatever, but leaves seem very easy to place. And this should be 2 stacks and 32. I mean, my render distance is pretty high. So I still see the end island. I should probably double check. Yeah, that should be 159 blocks. Wow, my render distance is insane. Okay, so while we're now here, if I place down a single block here, actually let's place down 3 blocks like this for now. And then I go back 24 blocks, which is how far I need. I see now why it's 150 blocks, because I need to be, because that's actually where we're putting the spawning platform. Okay, so I'm actually not going to be more than 128 blocks away. You can see immediately though, this spawns Enderman, and it's going to do so at a pretty quick rate if we can move them away from the block into an area where we can kill them, which is super, super cool. And the reason that they are spawning so quickly here is of course because there's no other place for Enderman to spawn at the moment, which means that they all have to spawn here. And the reason there's no other space for them to spawn is because I'm alone in the end, and the end has its own mob cap. So next I'm going to build the full spawning platform that we're going to use. And this here is actually going to be the spawning pad for the Enderman. I mean, I'm sitting here remembering all the enders that I built in my life, and how many, like in 1.7, how complicated it was. You had to use pistons and trapdoors, and no, not trapdoors, pressure plates, and yeah, stuff like that. And you had to build it really tall. And now this is actually all that there is in terms of spawning spaces. I'm adding leaves to the side, and I'm gonna put Gnembon's tutorial down below in the description box, because as always he does a very good job of describing and explaining this farm in depth. In case you're interested in that stuff, I do recommend checking it out. But the reason we're adding the leaves is because of pack spawnings in Minecraft. This allows the mobs to think that this is a pack spawn spot, and therefore the code says, I'll spawn a mob here more frequently. Basically, that's the short, kind of foolish explanation of why I'm doing this. So I've now widened my path from the spawning platform, or from the edge of the leaves there, 18 blocks this way, for a total of 18 plus 5, which is 23. All the way to this block here. Remember, mobs needs to be, I think, 25 blocks or 24 blocks away. You need to be 24 blocks away from mobs to spawn. I think it's 25. So it's 23 to here, and then 24, 25. And that's going to be where the Enderman gets killed, and we're going to be standing right there. So now we need to place... Oof, this is so freaking scary, by the way. Now what we need to place is the... collection system, which is going to be a double chest there. And I'm actually going to do something that Gnembon didn't. I'm going to have a collection system on this side as well. And Endermen are going to land right here, so I need to put hoppers in, 2 of them facing, or 3 of them facing that way, and 3 of them facing that way. And I think that's good, hopefully. And then from the chests, I'm going to build up some walls. And the 2x3 is going to mean that we, with a sweeping edge sword, can kill or hit all of them in one swoop, which is going to be very nice. This part of an Enderman farm is always the one that I look forward to the least, because every single time I do this, something goes wrong. But basically, we need to spawn one of the little endermites, and I've got myself some name tags. These are actually very precious. These are the only 5 I have. I could have bought more, but hopefully this is enough. Oh, I got one. Okay. Very important thing with these are that you have to name them first and then get them in a minecart. So if you wouldn't mind, Mr. Target, please, for goodness sake. This guy is an idiot. Here, can I? Yes! I got him. Okay. So I gotta try and push him a little bit more, I think. The goal is to get him on top of that carpet. And I know that he will try and attack me. Yes, I did it. Okay, that's enough. That's definitely enough. We can break that rail. Whew! And now we drop him down, and down, and down. I don't know if I need to nudge him a little bit more. We'll see. The trick is, or the reason we're using the endermite, if you didn't know, is because endermen will always track endermite and try to kill them. So basically, this is the way we're going to get the enderman from over there to here. This is the very first time I'm using daylight sensors, by the way. But that's going to be what we're standing on. And then we're going to extend this out like this. And we're going to be standing inside here. And then we're going to need some trap doors, which hopefully I have in here. Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm so prepared for this. I feel so pro. We're going to have trapdoors there and trapdoors here. And this is going to make it so that the endermen think that they can walk up to that endermite. But it's also going to have another effect here when we're slaying endermen. Endermen are not going to be able to see us, and we're going to be able to stand right next to them so that we reach this entire area with our sweeping edge. We also need to double carpet all of this and make sure that we keep the endermen stuck in there. And this may actually be harder than I thought, because I don't want to get close to that minecart. I think I've done it though. Yeah, I think that's good enough. And then go up 3 here. So whenever you have a double carpet, if you didn't see my season 5 series, I did this a lot because I built the ender there. I think it was in season 5. Yeah. Double carpets makes it so that endermen cannot teleport onto them, which is very, very important. There's actually a few more bits that we need to do. We should have fences like that, and I'm not entirely sure why, but maybe it has to do with their tracking so that they don't just stand here. And now let's go ahead and remove this. And as I run out here, this is going to be, I guess, pretty hectic. It is pretty hectic. That is insane. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Hopefully they can't reach. Hopefully they can't reach the enderman. Oh my goodness. Come on, man. This is fantastic! So they're not a one-man hit, but I think... I mean, yeah, this is crazy. Look at all that XP! I completely forgot about the XP part of this. And eventually they just cram. They die from cramming. Look at that! Look at the ender pearls! Look at the ender pearls! This farm is absolutely ridiculous. I'm so glad I did this specific one. Yeah, I've been testing this now for a few minutes. There's no way I can keep up with the XP here. Like, the XP is just gonna keep pouring in. And there's one scary part here, and that is whenever they start cramming, which they do immediately, they will teleport. And we need to sort of fix that. Look at how quickly I can repair my pickaxe. I mean... We are going to need some string, and what's going to need shulker shells, which we have. Okay, good. Do I bring... I guess, yeah, let's bring some end rods, and let's bring some cyan dye. 22? Yeah, that'll probably be good for now. This farm is absolutely hectic, but what we're going to do to prevent them from teleporting is simulate the same thing as a double carpet is, and that is an air block with a carpet on top. In our case, we have to use string because we can't place blocks lower than that, so we can't actually double carpet it. But if I do this quite a while out here, they shouldn't be able to teleport. Okay, so let's give this a test. And they start teleporting randomly when they start cramming, I think. And yeah, I guess I'll just leave them some time. But they don't actually, we can't clear this which is absolutely hilarious. I love it. So the next thing I need to think about with this farm, because I do think that this actually did the trick with the teleportation, is logistics. We need a way to bring the ender pearls back home with us, and I think a shulker box loader of some sorts is probably going to do the trick. And one thing that would be very useful is if I could shut this farm off whilst I do this, because it is super hectic. I don't know why Enderman angers me like this. You can hear them getting angry at me, but it's happening frequently, and I don't like it. But now, if I were to try and fly, and I don't want to jump off the ledge, if I fly over to the main island and back, there should be 0 Enderman there, and I should be able to work in peace, hopefully. And I decided to jump into my redstone creative test world to build this thing, and I think this is exactly what we need. So if we grab ourselves some pearls, I actually have some in my inventory, and we would basically stand and slay the Enderman here. We then fill this chest up with the ender pearls, and it breaks, and a new one comes out, and we have the box of ender pearls here, easy for us to transport. We have an input here for more shulker boxes, so we can go ahead and load the thing. I would like a little bit of a light as well, like that. So now that light indicates that we have shulker boxes in the system. One more thing I want to test out, just to be sure that this actually works 100%. Let's clear my inventory. So I'd come over and I'd double click on the ender pearls. I'd click here and then double click. Yeah, that works. It's gonna drop down a stack like that, but I don't think we can do much about that. But that actually looks really good. This circuit is super straightforward. We got a comparator with another comparator subtracting 15 with this redstone block here. That means that this comparator only comes on when this shulker box is completely full to the brim. That sends a signal up to the piston, no delay, so the piston breaks it, and then I have a full 8-tick delay to power the dispenser. On the back here, a comparator pointing into this. That can be removed. That was an old circuit that I was testing. Comparator just going around, and that's just for the light to make sure that we know that we have shulker boxes in the system. And yeah, it doesn't need to be more complicated than that at all. I wonder if I can make that redstone block maybe sit here, and that would look a little bit prettier, but I'm not too fussed, honestly. Not for this contraption. And that is the contraption built here on the Hermitcraft server. Now, I did do a little bit of changes just to get rid of that redstone block, which also actually made the redstone for this slightly larger, because I had to wire the signal to the dispenser differently. But in theory, this should work. I haven't tried it out. So let's load it up with shulker boxes. And this light comes on when there is shulker box in the system, as you can see. So that works. Okay, so I think the first one I actually have to load manually. So the idea is then I go here, double click the ender pearls, click here, and I'm just like, the positioning of this is the important thing to move around items. But yeah, there we go. And there's always going to be ender pearls being caught like that. But that worked perfectly. Very good. So now it's very easy for me to just come here, take this. I place an ender chest here, and I can just put this in my ender chest. Actually, in fact, I should totally do that because I have no ender pearls. And that way we can transport the items back to Sahara and make profits. And the only thing that remains to do now is to punch away these torches. So I think this would be spectacular to watch once again, because I have a feeling it looks pretty insane. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm currently sat killing the Enderman in the farm. Look at the spawn rates. Yeah, this is clearly ridiculous. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. This didn't take me very long. I mean, this is quite ridiculous, but I now have a crap ton of ender pearls. I just got a very interesting idea. One that is definitely worth thinking about, and one that I think I'd love to hear your guys' opinion about in the comments. Now, this idea is, of course, something that would require, I mean, of course, I've done things rogue before, but it's an idea that requires a little bit of input from the other Sahara architect members. So I may have to set up a meeting with them about this. But let me know what you think about this. Instead of selling the ender pearls at Sahara, maybe we give them away to our visitors. Say that you shop at Sahara and you are allowed to get a stack of ender pearls. I mean, Concorp have the greedy cake, the greedy corporate cake, as a trick to lure customers to buy from them. It tastes kind of disgusting and greedy. I mean, ender pearls are always welcome, always something that everybody wants to have, and yeah, that way we're not really competing with Doc directly. Oh my goodness. Oh, for goodness sake. This happens when Stress Monster is online. I bet you that. Yeah, she's online. Okay. I swear, she has something to do with the poultry man. But anyway, guys, I've had a lot of fun today building that Enderman farm, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. But that is it for me today. If you did enjoy the video, do hit the like button down below. If you're brand new, consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fan-freaking-tastic evening, and I'll see you dudes in the next episode.